Great jump. Okay, hello. If your shoulders feel a little tight today, stay with me. I'm going to do a couple things straight from my chair. There is no mat needed. These are just some things I do when my shoulders feel a little off. So if you're with me, let's get started. But before this, make sure you save this video if your shoulders tend to get tight here and there so that you can find it in the future. And then one thing I am asking is to interact with this video in any way you can to really help my channel grow. All right, let's just arrive here. Let your hands land somewhere easy. Perhaps there's a pup on your lap too. And just see how we show up here. Checking in with our shoulders specifically. Maybe you want to close your eyes to go inward. How are they arriving today? Are they a little tight, reaching towards the ears perhaps? Or maybe they're a little hunched or curled inwards. We're not fixing anything. We are just noticing in this moment right here, right now. Okay, I usually start here with some nice shoulder rolls. I'm just rolling my shoulders up, forward, and down. Up towards the ears, a little bit forward and down. Very simple. We're just shaking out what I like to call shaking out the cobwebs, moving out this part of the body. And let's switch direction here. We want to make sure we balance out each side. And don't forget, breath is key. Breath is everything here. Excellent. You can go slower, bigger, make it your own. We are just getting started. Now, if you're still with me, let's try this. Bring the shoulders up towards the ears, scrunch, scrunch, scrunch for a moment, and then slowly drop it down. That usually helps a lot. So let's do a couple more of those. Just squeeze the shoulders to the ears, squeeze. I like to squeeze here, and then just let it drop. And then we'll do a couple more as we squeeze, 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 and then let it drop. It should feel really good to you. Squeeze, 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 let it go, shake it out. Moving now into some elbow circles by placing the hands over top the shoulders and picturing the ends of the elbows having like a marker at the end. We're tracing some small circles, starting out small before we get a little larger. Just think about which direction you're facing or your circles are headed, because we are going to switch it up. Now, if this feels tight on the wrist or a little sensitive, you can bring the hands over top the chest and kind of do the same thing. It's a little messy, but that's okay. We can be messy today. And then just remember to switch up the direction so that we equally stretch each side here. Remember to breathe. Excellent. Now we're gonna do one of my favorite stretches. I do this all the time, everywhere, no matter where I am, grocery store, in my car. It's a reach across arm stretch. So we're gonna take that right hand, reach it across, and grab the forearm with the left hand. And breathe here. Just getting started, feeling that upper right shoulder get a nice stretch, and see if we can add on with a little twist, a little pull of that left hand to bring us a little deeper. Excellent. Now we can just rest here, feel that deep stretch. Think about that hand. Can we make sure it's not just forgotten about? Make sure there's some integrity in that hand. Maybe you're shaking a hand, doing a nice deal, a handshake deal right here. Excellent. Whatever you want to imagine, make it your own. Before we trace that hand back to center, hands go on the lap. Always checking in with the body before we move to the opposite side. Lift and reach. Left arm across that chest. Each side is different, but wherever you land, again, think about the hand and see if you can go a little tighter, a little deeper. See where that handshake can land today. Excellent. Feeling a nice stretch in that upper shoulder. It should feel pretty good. Make sure you're not over clenching anything though. Maybe you were holding on a little too tight. You can release. Maybe you're clenching the jaw. No need to do that here. Exhale, excellent. Gently release, raining those hands down. Now we're gonna do an eagle arm. So I'm gonna start with a modified version, which is just a self hug, easy peasy. One hand over one shoulder, one hand over the other. Those elbows are kind of reaching towards one another. And just breathe here. Feel what it feels like to be held by yourself. Maybe give yourself a nice pat on the back, maybe closing those eyes. Now, if this feels conquerable and it feels like you can add on, you can try some eagle arms by reaching the arms out in front of you, dropping that right crux of that right elbow underneath the bottom of that left elbow. Here the hands are. Now from here, you can give yourself a self hug as well. That's an eagle arms, perfect eagle arms. Now the goal is to place both palms together. As you can see, I do not quite have that reach right now, right here today. Each day is different. I am not judging, I am just noticing. What I am also noticing is a beautiful stretch I'm feeling on my upper shoulders. And I'm gonna breathe into that stretch. Now, if this is where your arms are here today, actually, even if you are hugging yourself, let's all lift those elbows up a bit to the ceiling. Change that stretch. Feel the change in the upper shoulders. Don't forget to breathe before gently lowering them down, raining it out. Excellent. Checking in. Hands are on the lap. Excellent. Let's do the same thing opposite side. This time, the hook of my left elbow is going to grab onto the bottom of my right elbow. I'm going to attempt to bring the palms together, or back of the palms together, or maybe you give yourself a self hug here. Each side is different. Take care of yourself right here, right now. Oop, nice jump. All right, we are almost at the best part of class, but before that, let's just open and expand through our heart. Where is that? That's our chest center. Let's just feel what it feels like to stretch the opposite side of our shoulders. Maybe your arms don't go as wide as mine today. That's okay. We go back inside and then open up again. Feeling that love flow through the chest. Excellent. Getting ready now to move to my favorite part of class. But before that, just wanted to remind you to subscribe if this resonates with you. Excellent. Let's place both hands on the lap. And favorite part, left ear is going to go over left shoulder. This feels amazing on its own. I'm just going to close my eyes and breathe here. Now, if you've done this before, or if this feels good, but I feel like I can go a little deeper, let's just place that left hand over top that right ear. We are not pressing down. We're just dropping the hand on the head, and then gravity will do the work here by gently opening up that right side of the neck a little bit further. Closing the eyes here will really help us go inward. Feel that stretch. Try to breathe into that space, whatever that means to you today. Of course, you don't have to have that hand over the ear. Before we bring our neck back to neutral, back to center, checking in with the spine before we do the right side, right ear over right shoulder. My little helpers are running around up and down all day long. That's okay, that's part of yoga. Hopefully they bring you joy on camera. I'm gonna place my right hand over top that left ear. Again, we're not pressing down, we're not pulling down. We're just letting gravity do the work by opening up the space further, and I love to close my eyes here. As long as you're breathing, as long as there's no pain or discomfort, you are doing this exactly right. You are showing up for yourself. Excellent. Gently releasing before we go back to center. And now we're going to close out with a check-in, bringing the left hand over the heart center, right hand over the navel, and just breathe in here. Closing the eyes, checking in with how we feel. If we feel even 1% better in the shoulders, you did that on your own. That was all you. I was just up here guiding you. So return to this video as often as you need to. Like, comment, subscribe, share, save, do all the things you can possibly do. It'll really help grow my channel. And just remember, you are enough. Showing up is enough. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you're here with me. If this is helpful, I have more like this on my channel, and I also teach classes live virtually every Sunday. So if you'd like to sign up for that, plus my newsletter, check the video description. I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Namaste.